One of my partners told me that. He said, man, you know how to tell people how to get money, but you sit there, turn around, wait till they do it, and you buy it from them. He said, you start selling your ideas, man. So I started selling ideas, man.
Let me ask you, did you ever see someone lose it? You ever see someone lose their mind in there?
Yeah, I seen him dude, he hung himself. His name James Lane, out of 3rd Ward. We was on Beto, and he hung himself. You know what I'm saying? All that.
You knew him beforehand?
Yeah.
Did you see the signs that he was?
No, well, that day I did, because he was trying to kill himself. He swallowed some bulbs.
He swallowed some bugs? Light bulbs. He swallowed light bulbs?
Yeah, busting light bulbs, started swallowing them, so they had to rush him to the hospital. Well, he found out that he had HIV, and he didn't want to live. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if from in there, because he wasn't, that type of guy in there. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where it came from, home, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, they put him on N-Wayne. He hung himself, killed himself.
The easy way out. Man, I mean, HIV, that's he wanted to take, he chose his own way out.
Yeah, he killed himself. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy. That's crazy. And to not even know how he got it, that's even more disturbing.
Yeah.
So man,
he killed himself.
Oh man, that'll do it. Now you served some time with some people, man. Can you name, just for those that might recognize names, can you name some people that you served time with?
Oh yeah. You got Jay. You got D-Lo. You got Joe White.
Shout out D-Lo. Yeah, for real.
You got Joe White. You got Sway Wade.
Oh.
You got SDJ. You got man. I mean, so many, man. I'm talking about that I did time with.
We had Bishop Eli up here. Back then, with my little Eli.
Yeah.
You had to serve time with him too as well.
I was on Telford with him.
Telford, yeah.
Yeah, I was on Telford unit with him.
Man.
And he was a Muslim then. Yeah, he was practicing Islam then, you know what I'm saying? And he used to run with a guy named Nike D. You know what I'm saying? Darrell Wesley. And
I've talked to a few guys that some people are knockout artists.
Yeah.
Some people are, I've heard records of 30-0, 40-0, 50-0.
Yeah.
That they just, they get down. Does it go like that? Like there's some people that just.
I met a dude named Tyrone Cotton.
I heard of Tyrone.
I did time with him, and he had both his sons there. You had little Tyrone, and you had the other out of Pleasant Grove. We was all on Telford together.
Yeah.
All three of them. You know what I'm saying? You had Govan, you know what I'm saying? You had a lot of them, man, Cedric Rose, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, these guys I did time with, you know what I'm saying? And Hacksaw, you had a lot of men that had names for themselves. Big Al, Alvin Davis, you had names, but you also had killers too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It just wasn't fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Your tattoo game is a little crazy. Did you get tattoos while in prison?
Yeah, I'm covered.
Covered all through prison.
Yeah, I'm covered.
What was the go-to for tattoos? Did you mess with the essays? Did you do the blacks?
Yeah. All that shit renegade.
Yeah, it's just yeah. Who else? However,
you just excited about getting some tattoos. That shit renegade, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's all it is, though.
Yeah,
I paid a whole pack for my whole check. You know what I'm saying?
Come on now. Did you have anybody on the outside that was looking out for you on the inside? Why, like?
Spurts. In spurts.
Okay, yeah. So it comes and goes.
You know what I'm saying? They might show up a year or two till I get a set off. And I get a set off, they gone. Yeah.
Did you ever have any hustles yourself? Like you ever?
Yeah.
What hustle did you?
What do you think? I should sell tobacco. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Or I sell ideas. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I sell ideas. I
so
one time
people would pay for ideas.
Yeah. I had a guy pay me for an idea.
Damn.
And he had 99 euros. And he had mentioned broad that he wanted to hold on to, but which he couldn't hold on to. So we had to come up with a plan. So, get some out of her before she re-chewed.
So you didn't want to get that for free? You had to sell that.
Sir?
You didn't want to get that. You didn't want to get that for free?
Oh no.
Makes a little money off.
Yeah, because my partner told me, he said, man, you be telling folks how to do things, but you sitting here buying from them. One of my partners told me that. He said, man, you know how to tell people how to get money, but you sitting there turn around, wait till they do it, and you buy it from them. He said, man, you start selling your ideas, man. So I started selling ideas, man. Hey. And I instantly came up to me one time, dude at 99, dog head out of Houston, and he for the lose broad, due to the fact when she find out that he got all this time, she gone. So I said to him, this is what I'm gonna do, man. We're gonna try to get 100 packs out this girl, man. So I'm gonna write you a FI1 that you going home in a month. But you gonna have to do the work, once I place this in your hand. And we won, man.
Come on.
We won.
So we won.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
It feel better when you win.
Yeah.
It feel better
when ideas go through.
Yeah, when they go through. Yeah.
When they go through,
and
man.
You ain't selling dreams.
Yeah, it's real.
Nah, come on.
We surviving. You know what I'm saying? We ain't striving. We surviving in here.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on. Oh, man. Man, with that being said, normally, we do these prison stories. We don't do it to celebrate prison. We don't do it to glorify. We do it to educate, man. We try to educate people on what they might expect if they out here taking penitentiary chances. They might be out here about to commit a robbery. They might be addicted to something and might have to, lose their mind a little bit and go attack somebody. But for a lot of young dudes who ain't never touched foot in a jail cell, touched foot in prison, it's these stories that we got to tell them. So if you don't mind, Lil Terrell, can you speak to the youth that you might see yourself in? If you could talk to the 15-year-old you, the 16-year-old you, what advice would you give yourself as far as to stay away from what you had to go through of spending 31 years of your life behind bars?
First of all, you got to respect your elders. You got to respect your mother and father. And understand the fact that it's just a journey you're going through. It's just a phase you're going through in life. But you're going to become a man. And you have to become an independent thinker, man. You have to think for you. Get yourself, you understand me, something to do positive, man. Get in some type of, something that, that's going to help you to develop as a man. And because like I said, man, the last person told me, let's go. I told you, I didn't come back home for 21 years later.
Say that again, because you said the last person that said, let's go.
The last person told me, let's go. I didn't come back home for 21 years later.
That just goes to show when that phone call come through, let's ride.
Say you got to let it go, man.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? And be for you, man, and be for your family, man.
It is interesting because the uncle that you was committing crimes with, how old was he?
Man, he was damn near like 40-something.
Yeah, so what do you say? Because you're a child following your uncle who you think got your best interest. He's looking out for you, or at least he's going to look out for you.
Well, when I grew up, when guys come home from prison, your uncles and them, they throw parties for them. You know what I'm saying? This is how the cycle started.
Yeah.
They throw parties. Man, what's called coming home? He coming home. So everybody get together and throw a party, not knowing he done broke in the whole neighborhood. He done, did this, he done did this here. But we looking at him as a hero. But really, man, he ain't breaking the cycle because what he's supposed to do is come home and say, hey, hold on, we not having no party. We finna talk to the kids. Because that's how I got drawn into this here.
Man, that's some of the realest stuff I've ever said, because that's exactly what we speak on when we say glorify and celebrate. That back then, there was an element of going to prison. You did your bid, you come home, we celebrated.
We celebrated.
You made it through.
So that's the cycle.
You beat the system.
You know what I'm saying?
And you ain't beat no system.
Everybody throwing a party, man, because he at home, but you done broke in the neighborhood, you done raped this woman over here, you done did this here, but you ain't said the kids while they say, hold on, I need to talk to them about why I was gone. You know what I'm saying? See, we got it messed up, man. And that's how I fell off into that as a youth. That's how I go, man. I'm here to break the cycle, man. Don't celebrate, man. I don't want to celebrate.
Yeah.
I need some clarification, man.
Come on.
You feel me?
Come on, man.
Real talk, man.
Nah, with that being said, man, you know, what we're doing now is we're just introducing the world to Lil Terrell, man. This is probably the first one of many, man, because again, for that much time you serve, I know there's a lot more stories. We're going to get to them, but right now it's just introduction, so I got to say it. First and foremost, I see, of course, I saw you have a TikTok. If you don't mind, for those that do want to follow you and follow Wayme on TikTok, if you're on Facebook, can you tell them how to follow you and if they need to get more stories out of it? Because you've been spreading these stories already on your own social media.
Yes, Wayne Dot, man. I'm on Facebook. I'm on TikTok as Wayne Dot, man. You know what I'm saying?
Spell that out if you don't mind.
Sir?
Spell that.
WAYNEDYE, Wayne Dot, man. And, man, I love, you know what I'm saying, sharpen each other's mind. I love, you understand me, listening. And I love giving, man. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, tune in, man, because like I said, man, we standing on business. It's going to be real, man. It's about real. You know.
Well, with that being said, man, Wayne, I appreciate you, man. Lil Terrell, this is Prison Stories 101. Thank you for coming in and giving your story, man. I salute you, man.
Yep.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.